American Seating. Introducing the Generation 2 Recliner Slider. In this video, we will show you how to adjust the pedestals and the plunger locking mechanism. The following tools are required for installation: a wrench with a T45 Torx bit, a 5/8" end wrench, and an 11/16" end wrench. Pedestal spacing adjustment. Begin by lifting the seat and locating the track blocks. Track blocks are shipped loose and unassembled. Attach track blocks to pedestals, placing the short blocks in front and the longer blocks on the rear. Slightly tighten the nuts with your hand, but do not over-tighten. Repeat on the opposite side. Pedestals are preset to center-to-center track spacing based on the builder's supplied information. If further adjustment is required, follow these steps. Loosen the two wall side pedestal bolts using a wrench with a T45 Torx bit. Adjust the pedestal to center of track by sliding back and forth as shown. If more adjustment is required, loosen the aisle side pedestal bolts. Rotate the wrench counterclockwise to loosen the front and back bolts. Adjust the pedestal to center of track as needed. When spacing is correctly adjusted, seat should slide with minimal binding. Once adjustment is complete, retighten all pedestal bolts. Tighten to 40 foot-pound torque, and if required, mark the bolt heads with torque seal per customer specification. Complete seat mounting procedure using provided shims placed along sides of front and rear track blocks to center, and eliminate binding with sidewalls of track while tightening to 15 to 20 foot-pound torque. Remove shims after tightening all the bolts. This completes the pedestal spacing adjustment. Pedestal locking plunger adjustment. Slide pedestal until both plungers locate existing holes in track. Once there, try locking by pressing the lock lever down. If too easy or too hard, make plunger adjustments as required. If the pedestal is too loose or too tight, you can adjust as follows. Unlock PEDs to expose jam nut on plunger by pulling up the pedal. First, loosen jam nut from plunger using a 5/8" end wrench for the plunger and an 11/16" end wrench for the jam nut. This allows space to move the plunger in either direction, up or down. If the plunger is too tight, looking from the top, turn the plunger counterclockwise to raise the plunger and to decrease the locking force. If the plunger is too loose and doesn't lock into place, turn the plungers clockwise to extend the plunger down and increase the locking force. Lock the pedestal into place to check the tightness. Once adjusted, unlock the pedestals and retighten jam nut to plunger without turning the plunger so you don't lose your newly adjusted location. Retighten the jam nut plunger using the 11/16" wrench and hold the plunger into position using a 5/8" end wrench. If needed, this same adjustment can be done for both the aisle side pedestal and the wall side pedestal. This concludes the Installation Adjustments Guide of the Generation 2 Recliner Slider. American Seating.